All right. Welcome back to episode 2, season who even knows anymore of XYXX podcast.
XYXX.
Today we are joined by, I'm so thankful, Melanie. What's your last name?
Enriquez.
Enriquez.
There we go. I love it when people say it in Spanish.
First of all, I just want to get into you because you are, I want to say you still are a podcaster, you just haven't been doing it.
Yeah.
So you coming on here, I was like, okay, this is great because you already know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's very nostalgic, the
Yes.
feeling. Because, I did have a podcast, but just like life happened, I had a very close friend that was sick, and that kind of just like stopped the pod production just because we had something more to prioritize, right?
Yeah.
And then shortly after, I had my own personal trauma that I had to deal with. So it was just like the podcast itself just wasn't a priority to me. It might sound like messed up, but
Totally.
it just wasn't. And at that time, I had to publicize something that was very vulnerable and traumatic. And in that moment, it was just like, yeah, one, I don't have the headspace to be on camera and like smiling in people's faces and talking about like stuff that's just not important. I could have prioritized the podcast and maybe used it a little bit to spread, Isaiah's story. But it was just something that I felt like I had to just focus on, and then I just never got back into it. But it feels good, though.
Yay,
being
I'm so
on here.
happy. I'm so honored. Okay, first of all, for those of you that might not even know, we'll get into it, but Melanie has been through something that most people in this lifetime will never feel. But before we get into it, let's just cheers to a great episode.
Yeah.
Vulnerability, love, life.
Lessons.
Lessons.
Into the season.
Yes, into the season. And let me see, this is my camera, I guess. Is this your camera? This is your camera.
That one facing me. Okay, got it.
You're leaning a little bit this way, right? That's fine. I just want to make sure it's in the center.
Yes. We went to the same high school.
Yeah.
We grew up in the same town.
We did.
We had a lot of mutuals. We even had a crossover podcast event.
Yes.
Because you had your own podcast, Plead the Fifth, and XYXX. And that was a really fun time.
That was a fun time.
Yeah. Very spontaneous. You guys were so sweet to us.
Thank you. It's so funny because you know how you mentioned we went to high school together?
Yes.
Like, we definitely saw each other in the hallways. Like, I do know of her. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, yeah, we went to the same high school. Like,
Right, yeah.
But it's just so funny how, like, people just intertwine, because I would have never thought that, like, you would have had created a podcast. We would be in like a joint podcast episode, let alone like an event that we had thrown.
Yes.
So it's just like funny how things just happen in full circle moments. But that was a great time,
Yes. So the reason we're on today is because you have a very powerful story to tell. You had 2 people in your life very close to you pass away within a short period of time. And yeah, like how you were dealing with that. Like that's not an easy thing.
Yeah, no, not at all. Honestly, I feel like I'm currently like really facing the stages of grief. Like you mentioned, it's kind of like, and it's not, grief, you never wanted to come out as you playing victim. That's not the case for me. It's just the way life planned out for me at the time. And it just so happened to be that somebody that is a very close friend of mine, he was sick. And unfortunately, he had to go. And then a month after, my brother just goes missing. And at the time, like, I'm still trying to understand the aspects of death in that first scenario with my friend.
Yeah.
So I'm going through the motions of that, still like very much in denial. I didn't even have 30 days. Like, I say a month, but I really had not even 30 days, and boom, something else happens. But, again, honestly, right now in my life, I feel like I am currently really facing, the reality of it all.
Yeah.
I read something because at some point I was just like, am I going crazy? Like, I know what has transpired in my life. Why am I acting like naive? Like, why is it that like there's moments where when you miss the person and it's just like you just maybe haven't really faced the reality of it, so you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
like I want to pick up the phone, or you see like a video and it's just like, oh shit, like hold on, like this is real now.
Yeah.
Like this is what it is, and you just start to face those emotions. And right now I just kind of feel like I passed denial, so kudos to that. I'm sorry, I have like really dark humor.
No, it's okay.
That's what gets me by. But yeah, I feel like I passed that stage. I'm just like really angry. It may not look like it on camera, but like now I'm just like angry, and I'm just trying to understand that there's stages to this, and there's no rule book on how you grieve, right? Like people
Totally.
could tell you should do this, like you should see a therapist, you should work out, you should do this, you should do that, but it's just like a lot of people are going to be opinionated on what you should and shouldn't do,
Which is crazy. That's such a personal, intimate, like,
girl, people are
emotion-driven thing.
opinionated. Like,
Oh.
if we really want to go down a dark hole, like people were even opinionated with even throughout what was going on with Isaiah. So like for those that don't know, I had my brother, and it's really crazy because it's something that I definitely want to, do speak about to the public, which we'll get there. But it was Easter of 2023, and he just didn't show up. And we're calling him, texting him, we're not hearing anything. And like we all knew at that moment, me and my family, like something's wrong, like this is not like him. And he was missing for 3 months, but we found him. And in that time frame, I don't want to give a lot of, what would be the word? A lot
Context?
of no, more like a lot of, to make the people that had all the negative things to say give it a lot of light to them. But there was a lot of opinionated people, in the sense of
How bold?
no, bold, like
Ridiculous.
the stuff that was being said under posts, the stuff that was written to me, to my DMs, it was just like, girl, you don't even know. And I was just so like, I need to find my brother. Like, I need to find my brother. Like, I don't care about that outside noise. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're going to say what you want to say. It's crazy that you could sit here and laugh at me and my pain. Like, there was people laughing at me, like, in my DMs, laughing at me.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah, no, it does now. I think that's why I'm so angry about it. But a lot of people were opinionated.
People that you know?
Some people that I did. So my page was public.
Okay.
From, just me having a podcast.
Okay.
And I left it public. And then in hindsight, I had to leave it public if I'm over here
trying
information, So I didn't really have a say on that. But that also gave the door for a lot of people to
have an opinion.
And, I will say there was a lot of genuine people out there. I'm not... The prayers that we received, the messages that we received that were positive and that was just supporting outweighed the negatives. But it's like, now I remember the negatives, and now it's just like, oh, it's up in my head.
Yeah.
Like, it's because it's just so crazy. But yeah, a lot of opinionated people.
Okay.
And, at the end of the day, like, no death outweighs another, because it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many ways of death that is just like, all right, like I was telling my mom about this too, like, all right, elder people, like elder family members, you're kind of expected, right, when that happens because of just old age. Does it hurt? Yes, like, especially the relationship that they have with you in their lives, but that's almost expected. Then you have the death of those that are sick, right? And in some way you're prepared for those things, because you have the idea like, okay, this is where we're at. This is how it may or may not look moving forward.
Yeah.
So you have some type of preparation. And then there's those sudden ones where it's like, car accidents or just things in that nature that you're not prepared for, but you do get information and you do get closure at the end when you get that phone call.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't the case for me when it came to Isaiah. It was very much he's missing, and like nobody wanted to say anything, but everybody wanted to be in the DM saying, I heard this, the streets are saying this and that. And it's just like,
that's ridiculous.
It was honestly like, I felt like I was going through hell, girl. Like I was walking in the lava, like Cardi says, of hell.
Oh
like,
my God.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, I remember that time period. I literally remember where I was. It was April 8th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Yes, it was.
And my God. Like,
oh my God, I can't believe it. That's really crazy.
No, seriously. There was a personal tie in my family, and so it was like a conversation in my house. And so like from the sidelines, I posted it a few times.
I saw.
But like from the sidelines, I'm like, damn, can she catch a break? Like,
yeah.
I remember thinking that. And so like, tell me about how that was in your family. Is that a dumb question?
No,
it's
not. It's not, because obviously like everybody has said to me within that time, after that time, like, wow, like your family is so close than we are. So, cousins, we don't use that word. We use brothers and sisters, because it's really like that. Like we're just very close. So although we had different relationships with Isaiah, at the end of the day, like we all shared that same hurt and the same trauma. And honestly, like with the grace of God, Amy, like honestly, like God is what kept us pushing every single day. Like waking up, first thing you do when you wake up, pray to God. First thing I did before going to sleep, pray to God. Throughout the days, pray to God, pray to God. Like it was him that honestly gave us the strength, because when one day turns to 2, 3 weeks to months, you start to like question a lot of things, and one of those things honestly was God for me at some point. Like I'm Dominican, so we do the rosary. We also went to church.
Yeah.
Just communicating with God throughout the whole time. But at some point, like on my personal aspect, it was just like, I'm praying to you. You start to question God, and you're not supposed to ever question God, you know? Like that's actually the one thing that they do emphasize in church and in the Bible. You shouldn't do that. And it's really crazy, because during that time, it was like, you're Catholic, right?
Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same idea in the ideology. So for Catholics, though, we do participate in Lent. And Lent is supposed to be something where you sacrifice something for 40 days and 40 nights. And for me that year, I wanted to put forward. So I told God, I want to have more of a better relationship with you. So I made sure that every Sunday I was going to church, dedicating that time. And I did that. And then that Easter, I felt so like, wow, like I can't explain it. Like I just felt so connected to God. And then right after
this happened,
Isaiah's missing, literally like in an hour after.
Yeah.
And in that time, it was very much like, all right, you believe in me? How much you believe in me? I'm gonna throw something in your face. And it may not be me, it may be the devil, because he sees how close you are to me and how connected I am, and you're a child of God. So let me bring temptation in your life. Was it the temptation I wanted? No. Like, could it have something other, like something like, like bad
like
girls have things. Yeah,
like
a little something light. But no, did his big one on me. And I still had to fight every day and just pray to him and believe that this is not what God had planned. And if in case this is something that needed to happen, he's walking with me every single day. I may not get the answers today. I may not have gotten it the next day. Time may have passed. But at the end of the day, prayer, and it was praying everywhere, not just us. Like, we had people supporting us, people from the tri-state area, California.
My family.
Everybody, though, like the world, it felt like was praying for us, that with that much prayer, we got what we wanted. And it was just like, we found Isaiah, and we weren't going to be that family that are still till this day. Like, where's this person? Is there any information? Like that I would have to say. And whatever it is that people believe in, I may be Catholic, Christian, Buddhist, whatever religion it is, whatever higher up you speak to, whatever God that may be, you have to believe that that relationship with them is going to always be a foundation in your life, because you're always going to go through trial and tribulations. And honestly, without him, I would have been, I don't know, I would have been lost. I would have, honestly, like, I really don't know. I just wouldn't have been okay.
Yeah,
You know?
totally. And something that you said when we were like, so usually if I have a guest on, I'll probably call them or link with them just to like talk about what our episode's gonna be about. But like with this, I was like so nervous. Like when I tell y'all, I had the message written out, but I was like, she could really curse me out right now and be like, how dare you say that you want me to talk about this when I haven't even, because I feel like you haven't really talked about it.
Not to the public. You know, in a way, I did bring this out to the public, right? Because I asked the public for information. But no, I never actually broke the silence and been in front of a camera in ways that I used to be. And give, I guess, the public closure on, or information, because it's like you said, people want to know. But it is funny because she said that to me. She DM'd me. She's like, I thought you were going to curse me out.
Yes.
And I was just like.
And that would have been right. I was like, let me know if I'm completely out of line. But when we did talk on the phone, something that you said, you were like, people always stop me in the street and they're like, oh, like, you know, are you okay? Or.
Yeah, you know, one thing, I mean, since this is a goodbye and a closure to the public for those that want to know, and genuinely there are people out there that have supported me, so they do want to genuinely know, and I see that, and that's not unnoticed, but there are people out there that don't, that just being nosy, right? And if this is one thing that I could say, if you see me in public, which I try not to be seen, is like, you know what
I feel that
bothers me is when they look at you like they're just like making eye contact and
like
they come up to you.
Say something so bad.
Like the energy's giving that, and they come up to you and they're just like, "Hey, how are you?" And it's just like, you know,
how do you think I am?
And it's just, you know, people are probably genuinely asking, but it's what you want me to say. I'm good. I'm great. Like, I'm doing better. Like, first of all, you're not my therapist, so I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about what I'm mentally going through on a day-to-day basis. And then it's just weird because my answer is, I'm okay. Like, I'm doing okay, because that's what it is. I one day I'm here, or even the next hour I'm here. And it's just like, I say I'm okay. And then it's just like, but look, you put us here because I was out. I was having a drink. I'm at the bar. Like, I'm with my friends. And you chose to come up to me and ask me, how am I doing? It's just...
I know.
But nobody, again, just like how I may not know, there's no rules or regulations for how I should go about grieving. There's no rules to how somebody should approach somebody who is grieving.
I think also that kind of shows how, like, resilient you appear, at least to like other people, for them to be like, I should say something so that she knows that like I see you. Yeah, because that's kind of how I felt like going into this. Like, you are a force, and I recognize that and I see that, and like I just want you to know, like, genuinely, the fact no one should go through what you've gone through, and like for some reason you're God's strongest soldier.
God, I'm done. Wait, white flag, please. I genuinely can't do this. Like, I will be the next one if something else happens. Like, take me with them, because I can't. But thank you, because, you know, we communicate within my family, right? And we do use those words like, you know, you're strong. And it does feel good to hear that, you know, because it was just so publicized, that I'd rather be seen as, even if I'm like at my ends with, and I'm really like, I just want to give up. And if somebody writes to me like, I see you, like you're resilient, you're strong, like it does help me in that moment, because a lot of times I don't think that, you know, that's not really what we're thinking about. So I appreciate it, because I feel like people are also scared to say that, right? You know, like you don't really know what to say to somebody.
Totally.
In those moments.
So like, what would you say would be like okay for you? Like, would you rather you like don't even say nothing, just pretend, just walk away, just look at me and walk away if you want? Or would you rather someone like acknowledge it if they feel the need?
I don't know, Amy. It's
You
just
don't
because
know.
you know what it is. It's like I said, like I just feel like I don't remember all the 6 stages. I think it's 6 of grief.
Yeah.
I know one is denial, anger. I think that's the only
That's all
two
I
I know because
remember.
those are the only 2 that I've experienced so far until I reach the next stage. But that's the thing. Like, the thing is that I feel like I have really strong intuition. So when somebody does approach me on the topic, I could sense if it's genuine or if it's them being nosy.
Yeah.
And if it is me, I just push back. Like I kind of just like, yeah, I'm cool or like whatever. I'm not aggressive when I say I'm angry, but it's just hard because I'm comfortable with you, right? So I could have that conversation with you and I could be open for you even coming to me like, how are you feeling today? Or like, how are you right now? And I'm not gonna like deflect on how maybe I might react to somebody else who doesn't know me.
True.
And only follow me on Instagram to follow Isaiah's story to see if we found him or not, you know?
Right.
So it comes differently and it comes in waves. So I really can't answer that because there may be a time that I'm out and it's just like, okay, like I see somebody that I know and maybe I haven't spoken to them and just them coming up to me in that moment.
It's the last thing you need to hear.
Or it could very much be like, you know what, like I was having a rough day and I was thinking about Isaiah and now that like you came to me, because I do feel like in ways, it sounds weird, but I feel like Isaiah uses people to speak to me.
Yes, I remember when I approached you about this. So I said this in the last episode before you came, but I've been reading the Bible every morning. And so before I asked you, the verse that came up in the morning was like Isaiah 40. And like the title of it was like a message for the people or something like that, like for the people or something like that. And so when I reached out to you, I was like, I don't know if you believe in signs, but that was randomly the verse today. I forgot what you said, but you were like, nowadays I don't have a choice but to like see it or something.
Yeah, to
like
see
that.
the signs because it's everybody in my family, they have different signs. Like I don't know if you believe in like when they come into your dreams, like your loved ones. I don't really have that.
Okay.
I have, but it's not to the degree of maybe like how some
like a message or something.
sometimes it's not even message, sometimes it's him visiting.
Okay.
But then like people may argue like, oh, it's your subconscious. And then you start thinking like, okay, am I going crazy? Like, is it because I was just thinking about him right before I fell asleep? But it's, you know, it's for you to decipher.
Yeah.
I would say. But in that moment when you reach out to me, you know, you wrote to me, you were already yourself feeling like, should I or should I not? And then you read that Bible verse and I think it was 41. Like it was 40 the dots and 1. And that's actually Isaiah's birthday backwards.
Stop.
And I was having a rough morning. Like there's times, Amy, that like I wake up and I look like I can't do it. And
Oh no.
I do that though. Like I don't open the Bible, but I am like subscribed to a channel on Instagram. I wish I remember the guy's name. That's bad. But and I sometimes, depending throughout the day, I'll wake up, I'll read it just to kind of give me the strength for the day.
Yeah.
And the night before, it was Isaiah like 43 something. And then you wrote to me. And then after you wrote to me, you sent me that. And I was just like, oh, like,
Stop.
he wanted me to speak to you guys. You know, he wants me to start therapy. One of those two. But I hear you. Like, I see you.
Are you in therapy?
No. Honestly,
I just started therapy, so
I've done it
works.
before
It
and
helps.
I know it works.
Yeah.
Like, I know it helps. So I've tried different outlets, right? Like, and for those that are grieving, you know, it's healthy and it is something you should do. Me, it's just been a little hard.
and it's expensive.
But like, there's just different types of therapy. Like, okay, everybody likes to say work out. And it's just like, I tried that. I used to be a runner, so I would run. And then I was doing it and I was consistent, but then I would just be crying while I'm running, like bawling.
Stop.
And my mom told me, she's like, yeah, but that's you releasing. I was like, nah, that's supposed to be me like running and just like clearing out my mind in the moment. So that stopped working for me. I started writing things down.
Okay.
That I would just, maybe it was lack of myself of being consistent.
Okay.
But it wasn't something I felt like really connected to that when I was writing. I felt like I was releasing in that moment. And then the third thing that I know, because I've gone through therapy before, not for this particular situation, but just, you know, it's not wrong to have a therapist. Like, it's actually really healthy. But I think what my issue is that I'm just really scared to feel all the emotions that I've bottled up regarding the situation. And I know it's going to be really heavy. So it's like, I
mean,
kind of go
that's good
about
that you
it.
even acknowledge that.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a Dominican thing or something, but I feel like when I'm dealing with something, I'm the same way. I just don't deal with it.
Right.
And that's how I move on.
Not okay. It's actually
No,
not
it's not
okay, but
okay.
yeah, it's not okay. But like, it's just the strength in us. It's just like, okay, gotta keep pushing, gotta keep moving. And yeah, not in this scenario.
So what has been your support system? Because I know you have like very close friends.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering like, who has been your rock in this situation? And also, has it made you realize like, maybe actually I don't need to be near you for other people?
For other people, that's a good question.
Or like your energy doesn't feel good anymore. I don't know.
So ideally my rock would be my family, but I've learned to step away from like emotionally speaking out to them because they're going through the same thing. So it's like,
So true.
just because I'm having a bad day, they might be having an okay day. And because I'm starting to bring up things now, I just change their whole aura on their day. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to, like, we are going through it. But at the end of the day, it is you going through it on your aspect alone. So I really try not to do that because I see it in firsthand. Like, I'll speak to my sister and then that's it. She's done. And it's just like, I'm older. I'm the oldest. So it's just like, damn, like.
Well, damn, who can I talk to about it?
Right. So,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna be real, I've honestly just been really working on, it sounds corny, but it's not though. Like, it's really not. God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause during that time, I was really having a spiritual battle. Like, it wasn't just the trauma on the outside world. It was very much like, I really was questioning him and like everything about him. Like, how dare you put me through this? Like, how have you not shown me where he is, what's going on? Like, you really start to make your doubts. And then once you do connect yourself to God, the devil starts coming. And I really, like, Amy, I realized that this year because I've been in denial for like these 2 years. But yeah, no, I've been just really working on speaking to him because I find myself like when I do speak to him, I have like that fresh breath really quick, even if it's for like a millisecond.
Yeah.
It's just like, I know you can't respond to me and I know you can't physically give me a response or whatever the case may be. I'm not getting really much of a response from you, but you're the only one I trust.
And that's the crazy thing. No matter what you're going through, if you don't woo-saw it out and you're like, God got me, then you could be steered in
a really
bad situation.
Yep. So, and then just, like I really just try to now, even though I'm not taking the right aspects of healing, like therapy and working out and stuff like that.
Don't say it's not the right thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's
your
you're right.
thing.
It's not. It's when I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
And only I will know that. But going out when I have the energy to and being around those that do fuel my cup is really important because it's like a quick little escape from reality and what I'm feeling. And it's so crazy because I feel like I'm just not that person anymore.
And that's okay.
Yeah, no, I actually don't want to be like.
Really?
It's just because when you go through life lessons, it could be like relationships or it could be like friendships.
Yeah.
And just those little things impact your life and kind of change you a little bit, or your mindset, right? And usually when it starts from your mindset, it kind of just gravitates into different aspects of your life.
Yes. That's what my therapist says.
Oh.
Everything has an impact. That's what she says.
Everything has an impact. It could be something so small to whether in your reality it isn't small in theory once you pass that stage, or to outside people it could be small, but it does impact you. Like everything kind of does impact your life and your mentality. And with that, it could change different aspects about yourself. And I just feel like, just with everything that had transpired with me, I'm not who I was. Like I do, it could get a little dark, but I promise you, like, it's not dark over here. I do feel like, I died with him, and it's okay though, because he would want me to rebirth myself. And that's it. I'm not going to let him down.
Yes.
I'm just in a whole different area of my life. I just turned 30. Not that long ago. I know.
That's amazing.
I did. I know. And you would think that you turning like anytime you hit like the different decades is like, damn, I'm old. But it's like, nah, I feel low key alive. Like everything that you learned in your 20s was supposed to be the mistakes. Supposed to be for you to elevate going into your 30s. And, you know, I just entered my 30s a little differently than others, you know. But I'm just, you know, just trying. I'm not lost. I'm just new. And with being new, I'm just gravitating through life in that manner. And whether it's a hairstyle or clothes.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And also, I'm so anti like the stigma of like, oh, I'm getting old. No, being old is cool. Like when you're in your 40s and your 50s, that's when you like are established, settled, not worried about like how to figure it out. Because hopefully you figured it out.
You don't
then.
see no 50-year-olds over here talking about they old. They outside. Like, so
No, facts.
what is
My
with
parents.
that? Like, it's like, you don't though. Like, if you actually sit down and have a conversation with somebody that's 10, 20 years older than you, they're not sitting here like, oh yeah, I'm old. I'm like, yeah, they're not. Maybe conversations may be different. Like, okay, like, yeah, if you're not happy where you are, then do something so that when you are this age, you don't feel like you shouldn't be here.
What would you say to people that are experiencing grief, or I would say experienced, but I feel like it never stops.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, like,
I really am.
What advice would you give to them with like what you've learned so far?
I honestly would say, I feel like I did say this before. There's really no rule book to grief. So don't beat yourself up because maybe you feel like you should be at a better place than where you were a year ago. It's your emotions and it's your grief to hold, because it doesn't die. It carries on with you for the rest of your life. Now it's about how you maneuver through your life with that grief. But you could give up, or you could, you know, be sad and just pretty much just give up on life, or you could carry that grief with you and live on for you and that person. So don't allow people to tell you what and what not to do. Figure out your own rhythm. Figure out what it is, because I'm not doing the basic stuff of healing, you know, the therapy, the working out.
You're just figuring it out.
I'm going through life figuring it out.
Yes.
And I think I'm holding myself still with my shoulders high, and, you know, crown on my head is tilted, but
Period. No,
it's because, you know, a lot of, and hopefully you guys never experienced this. I think it's just because mine was so public that it was, I've lately, and a lot have been getting like, I guess my grief sometimes is if I'm having a day, like I will post a picture, nothing like no sad shit for real, but like just like, you know, I'm just posting a picture, and they'll tell me like, oh, you know, you shouldn't do that, like you're interrupting their peace and this and that, and it's just like,
not at all.
Bro, whatever you do, somebody's gonna have something to say about the scenario. Like, let it go. Like, it shouldn't be that deep for you. And at the end of the day, yeah, no, like I love him. I'm not gonna stop doing that, so I don't really give a fuck.
You know what? I'm such a big proponent of like when someone passes away. I don't know if you've ever seen, I think the movie's like Coco, where like you have to keep saying their name so that they like stay alive.
You ate that up, because that's gonna be my new response now.
And also, energy is not created or destroyed. So Isaiah is still with us.
Yeah.
Leek is still with us.
Very much.
Just in a different form.
Right. Like the love transcends through light and time. Just because they're not physically here don't mean that the love is gone.
Yes.
It's
and
just
that's
you feel it in different ways
is.
now. Yeah.
Yes,
you know? So it's like, even if so, they're not, and if you knew both of them, you would know that they wouldn't want us to like stop celebrating them and, you know, just making sure that they stay alive. I don't know. I just don't feel like that interrupts somebody's peace. That's just, I don't know. That's just not a thing. But I do know that I have 2 beautiful guardian angels up there, and they're okay with how I'm going about things.
And that's a blessing.
And that's all I could be thankful for.
Tell me about like your dating life or something. Like, how is that?
Dating
or are you
life?
You're not even ready at all?
I am going to say My relationship with God is the most important man of my life right now. No, it's a hard. Would I be open if one was or one was not dating?
Neither confirm or deny.
Not right. Yeah, it would be fun, or it would not be fun. It would come with possible trust issues.
Okay.
That's one thing that I will say, like one would or wouldn't be, but that's one thing. Like I just my experience, I just don't really trust the world now. Every girl has trust issues, like you could sit here and deny it. But mine's just a little deeper than that right now. And hopefully moving forward, and it has been like, I don't really put what I've gone through and my traumas onto a relationship. I don't think you should at all. But
it's hard though.
It is.
Yeah.
But I feel like for a woman, I feel like we have to decipher in that moment. We got to sit there and be like, all right, let's throw an example. Like, why? Maybe the man isn't responsive to you for a few hours or something. I don't know, unless you could give me another example. Well, you just use that because I feel like that's very common with a lot of people where it's last time I spoke to him was 9:00 and it's 8:00 in the nighttime and I'm tripping on multiple yachts right now. It's just okay, but before you start blowing up that phone, if you haven't already, let's deflect. Are you mad that he's not responding to you, or is it because in the past,
other people,
the trauma is starting to build? You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I understand that in dating right now, that it's just love lessons and life lessons. It's not fair to put that on the next person. But, it is a little hard, I will say, because it's just I want to be with somebody that is just they understand where I am with grieving and not having to reintroduce.
Which is insane, because I'm sure before this, you've never thought that. I want to be with someone that knows what the grieving process is like.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes people with kids are I want to be with someone that has kids so they get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've never thought that before.
No. And at the time,
crazy.
I had somebody that I would lean on in a way that I would use to escape from reality, so it was nice. But in theory, I also have to think about myself, and it was just okay, right now I need to figure out certain things in my life and figure out my own emotions. But yeah, no, dating has been on the outside of
On pause.
It's been
now.
fun though.
Okay.
It's been fun because of all the things that I'm learning.
I guess I wanted to end it on some manifestations. What are we manifesting? We could close our eyes and get in the zone here. Can I start for you?
Please.
Okay. Manifesting for Melanie, a peaceful upcoming months, years, love and peace and unity for her family. La unión trae la bendición. Manifesting a kind and loving love interest for you whenever you're ready, and just more love around you, because who needs that hate? Period. That was really good. That was a prayer. Okay, do you want to manifest things for yourself?
Honestly, I love yours so much. I'm gonna stick to yours, but I'm also on this trying to gain my privacy back, so I will not be telling the stuff that I want to manifest.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's just you, girl.
I know.
But I love yours, and nobody mess with that one because I got people up there that will come for you.
Period.
That was really good. I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I also wanted to say one more thing. Melanie said this is her closure. Right? You said this something like
this
that.
is the closure to the public.
This is the closure to the public. She said what she said today. And if there's anything else you want to say, you can say it. But as of now, this is what she said, and she's standing on it.
10 toes.
And so let's not be nosy, and let's not be fucking negative and opinionated on something y'all have not been through or are not a part of and did not even know. And I appreciate you so much. I literally am honored.
Stop. Thank you, because you allowed me to come on a platform to speak about something that's important, and hopefully everybody can take something out of this. learned something for those that are grieving, or hopefully not, but like if this is a video that you come upon down the line and you're entering grieving, hopefully this does help you. But you honestly, thank you, because I would never have done this, and you gave me the floor for it. And it's like what I said and what she just said. This is my closure to the public. So please, if anything, just justice for Isaiah, long live Leak, and it's just, mind your business.
Yes, mind your business.
But thank you, though, for those that have prayed and supported my family. We genuinely appreciate you all. And we wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. Outside of the negative, like I said, there have been a lot of supporters throughout the whole 3 months and the tragedy. So thank you again. We truly, wholeheartedly appreciate all the love. Cheers to that.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Melanie, for being here today. Follow XYXX Podcast on Instagram and on YouTube.
Can I do that one for you?
What? Okay.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Woo-hoo! I miss saying that. So yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, that was so...
The weather's